Today is August the 17th, 2016. It is 8:29 at night. It is 81 degrees inside my cell. Tonight I was just going to show the books, the used books I've got at thrift stores this week. Today I found these at a thrift store, well, two thrift stores. I found this memoir by Larry McMurphy, Walter Benjamin, At the Dairy Queen, Reflections at 60 and Beyond. I've been reading that this afternoon and this evening. It says here, an elusive, brilliant work of nonfiction as close to an autobiography as his readers are likely to get, Larry McMurphy has written a family portrait that also serves as a larger portrait of Texas itself as it was and as it has become. Using as a springboard an essay by the German literary critic Walter Benjamin that he first read in Archer City's Dairy Queen, McMurphy examines the small town way of life that big oil and big ranching have nearly destroyed. He praises the virtues of everything from a lime Dr. Pepper and the lost art of oral storytelling to the perfect piece of pie, and describes the brutal effect of the sheer vastness and emptiness of the Texas landscape on Texans, the decline of the cowboy, the significance of small-town rodeos and rodeo queens, the reality and the myth of the frontier. So I've been reading that today. I bought this morning at a thrift store. I also found these at a thrift store today. This is I Will Bear Witness, a diary of the Nazi years, 1942 to 1944, by Victor Pepper. And I found this other biography on Himmler, full-scale biography of one of Hitler's most ruthless executors by Peter Panfield. I've gotten, over the years, I start collecting books on Hitler and the Nazis. I don't know why. First it was just books on Hitler, and now it's on Nazi Germany. And so if they're really cheap, like I paid, I think I paid $1 for these. I paid 50 cents for this and $1 for that. So plus I get a senior discount. I also got these at thrift stores this week. I got these short stories by Farrell Sams, The Widow's Mite and Other Stories. Found this memoir by Michelle O'Donoghue. He wrote The English Patient, which was made into a movie. This is his memoir, Running in the Family. I collect his works. I was going to bring him up here, but I decided I couldn't find him. I got this Erika Jong, Fear of Flying. I got this because I remember growing up and seeing this. I think it came out originally in... When did this come out? 1973. And I got this Kiss of the Spider Woman by Manuel Puig, P-U-I-G. He was, this is translated out of Spanish by Thomas Conchi. This is a very famous novel. It was made into a movie a number of years ago. I found this novel, Siam, or The Woman Who Shot a Man, a novel by Lily Tuck. I collect New York Times notable book, so I got that. And I found a volume of short stories by Thomas McCune, Guyan Canyon, short stories. Found two novels by Stanley Akin. Mrs. Ted Bliss, winner of the National Book Critics Circle Award. And these are short stories by Stanley Atkins, his greatest hits. Found this volume of short stories by Miranda July, No One Belongs Here More Than You. Got that. And I found this novel by W.T. Witherell, Writing on the Wall. I've been reading his nonfiction on growing up, his nonfiction, which is North of Now. I've been reading that. Found a novel by him. This is V.S. Nepal, The Middle Passage, which is impressions of 5 societies, British, French, Dutch, in the West Indies and South America. Middle Passage by V.S. Vidal. Nepal. And I found this Italian detective mystery by Andrea Caparelli, August Heat. I have another one by him in my library, The Patience of the Spider. Now I got 2. And I found a hardback edition of a novel by T.C. Boyle, The Water Music. I had it in paperback. I found this this old hardback. I think this came out in 1980. T.C. Boyle is one of my favorite writers, and if I see any of his books, even though I might have it, I just buy them. I haven't read this one, Water Music. For a number of years, I used to read him pretty consistently, but I haven't been reading his last couple of novels. Haven't got around to it. Usually in the past, like I said, I read novels, and I didn't collect secular literature years ago, but I would read novels. But if I read a novel years ago, I would read something by Updike or John Irving or T.C. Boyle, and then I would read a couple of those, and then I go back to reading my Christian literature commentaries, or when I was in Bible college or seminary. But if I read a novel, it was usually by D.C. Boyle, John Updike, John Irving, people like that. So these are the books I got at thrift stores this week. I was really pleased to find Stanley Atkins. I've been looking at his books on Amazon for a long time, and I found 2, which he wrote a lot of stuff. The one I'm looking for, his book, The Dick Gibson Show. He wrote all kinds of things. Very famous American writer. Kind of forgotten, but. So yeah, these are things. I was really pleased to find this memoir by Michael Odaije. So, and like I said, I've been reading Larry McMurphy, Walter Benjamin, At the Dairy Queen, Reflections at 60 and Beyond. So those are the books I got at thrift stores. Next week, Friday, not this Friday, but next week Friday, is a big book sale here in Holland, Michigan. So I look forward to it. Maybe I'll find something really interesting. I got a lot of good books downstairs in our library. Too many. But to me, I like looking for books, collecting books. So I'm always looking for interesting books. As long as they're cheap and used, that's what's important. So I'm hoping you're having a good week, and until next time, bye.